You hear the stuff going on with Ronda Rousey again? Because last time we talked about it, people were blowing up when we did the clips. And Ronda Rousey, who was arguably one of the most popular fighters and then became a very popular wrestler. And then she got booed at that one event and I talked about it, and then it seemed to go away. She got destroyed with boos again last night. And it's like, why do people hate Ronda Rousey? Like it's.
But I thought you said that you watched her and Sasha Banks, and
I watched the match.
Yeah,
that it happened last night. Is that him?
Oh,
yep.
Hey, here, come on in, brother. So Ryan Satin from Pro Wrestling Sheet, powered by Collider. Obviously, you should check out the site ProWrestlingSheet.com, as well as you can go to the YouTube channel. We post clips on the podcast channel. But dude, I didn't kind of sprung it on you to come in. But you and I were talking about it before. We talked about it last time when Ronda Rousey was, I don't forget what
SummerSlam,
whatever it was, like right after she came and she was getting booed pretty bad at the Raw. It was when
I think it was SummerSlam. Yeah.
Okay, when we went to go to Survivor Series. It was Survivor Series. Right. And she got booed, and then it kind of went away. And then people were on her side again, and it's also because of Becky Lynch. If you guys are not available, are aware of, if you're not available, but if you're not aware, Becky Lynch has become kind of like the new Stone Cold Steve Austin of the entire. She's like their top star right now.
Yeah.
She made a big return again recently, and she's back on top. But spoiler for everybody, she won the Royal Rumble, and now she gets to pick whether or not who she's going to fight. So last night on Raw, Ronda comes out. They're going to try to do like The Rock versus Stone Cold, and she gets murdered with boos. What happened?
She got eviscerated. I honestly.
Why do they hate her?
I don't know.
When you say they, who are
the crowd, the fans?
Who do you think it is though? Who is they? Because a few people can make a lot of noise.
Honestly, last night was the loudest I've ever heard the crowd booing Ronda Rousey. Like before, like he was saying, there was like her music would hit, there was still big cheers. She'd get on the mic, there'd be a few people. There'd be like a few people, you know. Last night, she said the words Becky Lynch, and the crowd.
It's because they love Becky so much.
They love Becky so much that they just started so loudly booing that she couldn't even finish her sentence. She started stumbling over her words.
And she's getting better at promos lately, too. I mean, she's not the best, but she's getting better. She's much better doing promos and wrestling than she ever was in acting. And you can tell that she loves it. You can tell that she legit loves wrestling. And when she was, and it's not because her matches, she's not lazy in the ring. No. She doesn't seem to be a lazy worker. There's no bad complaints about her behind. That thing that happened when she first entered, it seems like the girls respect her now a little bit more, or maybe a lot more. Do they?
Yeah, I believe so. You know, I think that the
Have
thing
you heard
is,
anything?
From what I've seen and from what I learned from Roka, is that there's like this large amount of there's a large amount of people in the world who just really don't like seeing someone, what they perceive as someone being handed something, you know, and so like
they don't think she's earned the title.
They don't think she's earned it for some reason, and I don't feel that way, so it's hard for me
because
she
didn't make her way up in the WWE because she transferred over.
Because she's
building her star off of another sport,
and then they think she's kind of here just to because she was done in MMA.
That's what you think the consensus is from a lot of these fans.
That's what I think the people who boo her see. Yeah. I don't believe that to be true, but I think that the people who boo her, and I think that it started to go away because Becky Lynch is the most popular thing in wrestling right now.
Yeah. I think she's amazing, but I'm not booing Ronda Rousey.
Agreed. And I think that it started to go away because her and Ronda and Becky weren't really interacting as much just on social media and stuff, so not everyone sees it. But now that they're going to be going up against each other at WrestleMania,
people are clearly picking sides, and they've chosen Becky.
Absolutely. Yeah. I also think that because there's that idea that, look, Ronda's only here to make money. Ronda's here because this is another payday to her. She's gonna milk it for all it's worth, and then she's gonna bail on us. And for a while, it was like, well, no, look at
it's
everything
like the Alex
she's
Rodriguez
done.
complex.
Yeah, and like, but then everyone was like, well, no, look at what she's done. Look what she's been there. She goes on the road. She's doing everything.
She doesn't do a Brock Lesnar, where Lesnar just shows up for the big events,
a couple
here, there. But she's there. She's there every week.
But then a report came out last week, which we were able to verify as well, that she has informed WWE that she plans to take time off after WrestleMania. That apparently it was part of her part of the negotiation process when she signed her deal was that she told them, like, hey, I might want to start a family one day, and like this is a 3-year contract, and they were like, okay, well, if that happens, you can take the time off that you need to handle it. Your contract will be frozen or whatever, and so because it came out that she plans to take time away again,
fans like, oh, she's gonna bail on us.
I think that contingent of crowd is like, see, we were right. You guys gave her everything, and now she's leaving.
So shitty about that is that why would she want to stay somewhere she's not wanted?
I feel the same way about it. I don't understand why we try to shun away people that want to get into wrestling.
Right.
What you do is you embrace them, and then she doesn't want to leave.
Because she's not a heel, she's face.
Right.
It's that whole gatekeeper mentality of wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, I love wrestling, I love wrestling fans, but there are a lot who don't want it to. They don't want it to be popular. Like, they don't want it to be part of the mainstream. Like, they don't want actors and celebrities and all that kind of stuff
want
to
it
be
to be
involved.
their thing.
They want it to be their
Yeah.
counterculture thing that nobody else. That this is our thing. We're wrestling fans. Stay away, Snooki. Stay away.
But I feel like they love when some people come in for one match,
But
like
this
a
is different,
Stephen
though.
Amell or
Yes,
something
but this
like
is different
that.
though. But Stephen Amell and Snooki, you know, it's different from a professional
Maria
fighter.
Menounos.
Because look, dude, Ken Shamrock did it. Like all these other wrestlers, there are people who, a lot of these guys were real wrestlers. She was a real mixed martial artist who just happened to be a superstar inside of that thing. So it's a lot different. This isn't like some celeb like Dennis Rodman going in there and fighting and learning how to do it and abusing the sport. She's someone who's trained. She continues to train. She continues to get better. I don't get, and it also to me, as I guess as we're doing the Schmoedown stuff, I get upset when the crowd, when you're putting together a storyline, right? And you're like, well, this is the heel, this is the face. She hasn't done anything. She hasn't done anything for them to garner those boos. She didn't attack like any of the faces. It's like
I feel
they're
the
not
same
playing
way,
along.
but it's funny. I feel the same exact way, and I watch every week just like you. I watch every show. My girlfriend, she watches most every week with me as well. And last night when all the boos were going on and I was reacting that way, she was like, "Wait, you're telling me Ronda is supposed to have been a face this whole time?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course she's supposed to have been a face."
Yeah.
She was like, "No. Everything I've seen, she's a heel." And I'm like, "No, I don't see that."
No.
And so it's
Murky.
It's murky, yeah. And I do think it plays to WWE right now.
It's
like
a WWE problem.
It is.
in
It's
general.
not a Ronda problem. It really
I
is a
agree.
WWE problem in general,
I
where
couldn't agree
they're
more.
focused on gray area characters because they look at each wrestler as an independent revenue stream.
Right.
You know, it's like that guy is a revenue stream, that person's a revenue stream, that woman's a revenue stream, and it's like if you make them too bad, they're not going to sell many toys. They're not going to sell as many T-shirts. They're not going to sell as many things.
I have a
and
problem
so
with their-
They just like everyone being in the middle.